Let's go. Okay, part two of Overzealous versus Hyperfocus using the Overzealous build. We don't have a brand new part this time, but we'll use scraps to get a few more charges. I think that gives us 40. Yeah. So assuming we get to use built to last at some point in the game, that should get us 80 charges. So we're going to test this again. I guess we'll do 3 matches with this build versus 3 matches with Hyperfocus Stakeout. And um, let's just talk about this build a little bit more. So I kind of went over the perks already. What I'm going to say is that Overzealous kind of needs Counterforce to get any value. And in truth, you could, in theory, spend the whole game looking for your first totem. Now, this shows you the aura of the furthest totem during completion of cleansing your first totem, and you can start to gain some sort of knowledge of where the totems are, and um, that's really beneficial. So the key is just finding that first initial totem. And so there, you could bring Detective's Hunch, and that's going to give you auras of the totems during gen completion, but that's making a lot of assumptions, especially in solo queue, that your teammates are even going to do gens, and you might not get any value. I like this one over Detective's Hunch because if I can find a totem, just one, I can start to remember where the totems are on the map, and I know exactly where I need to go. Plus, I get stackable cleansing speed. As we see from last game, came in super clutch. I mean, at that point, I think that was only my second totem that I cleansed. I only cleansed the one totem. So yeah, so basically it was let me think about this. I'm trying to think if it was 20% or 40%. You cleanse totems 20% faster. It's stackable. I think that I cleansed that totem 40% faster. I finished cleansing Noed before he'd even like hooked Jake. So that was so incredible. Last game was good. Um, I did get targeted, so it kind of messed things up from a gen jockey perspective. But my team did gens. They were really good. They were really efficient. He only had like 2 hooks or 3 hooks. I think Jake could have been the third hook. If not, it was just 2 hooks the whole match. And so they were really rushing those gens. And then, of course, Leon was great. He came in with the flashlight save. So we had a 4K. I mean, we all escaped. We all escaped, not a 4K. We 4 escaped. Good, pretty good match. I'm hoping with this match that we get to work gens a little bit more with our team, be a part of that gen rush. Um, I didn't see how long. I'm gonna have to go back and clip and see exactly how many minutes it took me to do the one gen that I worked. The gen I worked, Ace came in at about 80% finished, and with Prove, we were able to get it done really quickly. If I can work a gen with someone, we're gonna get way, way more value. Another really interesting build, similar, you could replace Built to Last with Bond, and that way you could easily find people. So actually, we're going to change this up a little bit. We're going to keep Counterforce and Overzealous because that's the main task. We're really trying to see, and especially with Prove, we're trying to see if we can get more value. Let's go ahead and bring Bond, since we don't have like my strongest toolbox. It's a good toolbox that I have here. But I think I might get a little more value with Bond. I'll know if someone's bringing the chase over to me, and I will also know where people are working gens, and I can go work those gens with them. Because I think with this build in particular, you really want to work gens with people. You don't want to be doing gens solo. You're not going to get as much value. Um, Now, of course, with builds like this, they're very specific, they're situational. You really need certain things to happen. If you end up getting targeted and chased, and that's what you spend your whole game doing, you're going to get no value out of this build. And some could argue that it's self-sabotaging to even try and bring a build like this in, because you have no exhaustion perks, you have no med kit, you have nothing like to help you. And if you go out because of that early game, you're going to do some damage for your team. So this can be really, really strong, but maybe you're better off bringing something like distortion um, to guarantee that you're not like the first person to go, because it really requires that you are Jin jockey. I'm gonna bring Bond because even if I'm targeted first, I think I can get a good amount of value from Bond, more so than distortion. After this match, I think I will subtly make a change to the build. I might, depending on how good of a game and how great Bond is or isn't. We might try replacing Bond with something like friendly competition to see if that helps us with the gen rush a little bit even more. Again, the main focus here is how fast can we get these gens done. There's always an approach to completing a game, keeping people healthy, trying to prevent hooks from happening, trying to stay healthy all game. I happen to think that it's really important that people do gens. A lot of people don't want to do gens. They think it's really boring. However, it can be really fun to try and make a challenge of how quickly you can get the gens done. Now, if you're trying to like pip, I wouldn't say that that's really strong. Okay, Hex Ruins, we got something going anti-gen here. I'm still going to give upstairs a quick look over for totems. Usually there's one over here, and if not over here, okay, we've got, of course, the chest there. Sometimes there's a totem here, and other times there's a totem right here in the corner. I'm just gonna look at that really quick. Okay, no totems, so we'll just work on the gen. I don't see a totem at main, and in the spots that it normally spawns. Would be really good if we could get Hex Ruin cleansed though, because what's also really nice, of course, with Overzealous is you get 10% for dull totems and 20% for Hex Totem. So if we can cleanse a Hex Totem, we're gonna get even more value. With Prove Thyself, potentially you could get 30% on a gen. Which again, some like Pentimento, for example, would completely cancel out the effects of Pentimento. Which can happen. A lot of people are running Pentimento with Plaything or with Hex Ruin. Very common right now. Well, I just figure while I'm over here, I'm gonna give a little look around for totems, get a sense of what's over here. Okay, we got a totem and a gen. It's pretty good, pretty good. So main gen was at like 50, but of course with Hex Ruin, it's regressing. And that's okay. Let's test and see how long it takes us to do this gen. We see a totem over there. So if we need a totem, we know where to go. On our own, how much value do we get? So she's at main and basement. It looks like Jake let go of his gen a while back to go in for the save. I hope that is the case. She is really close to second. Okay, Merciless. Interesting. So we know he's got Hex Ruin and Merciless. And I saw a totem over there. So we know where one totem is, another totem. Yeah, she went to second phase, and I still don't think that Jake is going in for the save, so I'm gonna go save her. This is ridiculous. Okay, he's down there now. He's down there now. Everyone's off hook. I'm a little confused. I'm not gonna lie. Disoriented. Um, there is of course the totem that we can do, but I wonder if Hex Ruin is over here, and if that was the ruin that we saw. Okay, interesting. It's just a dull totem. Alright, but there's a totem over there. This is a good map for finding totems. Easy. Alright. He's going that way. It's interesting. Okay. Totem there. I wonder if there is a pallet here. It looks like there is. A little bit of lag. Ping problem. It's a ping problem. I'm gonna run over this way because I don't want to be taken to the basement. I'll be honest with you. I've got some ping issues. Nice. Could be ping issues, but we'll take it. We'll take it. This is a good spot. We kind of want to go down over here because we don't want to go to the basement, and that's not gonna happen now. Yeah, because there's a totem right over there. We can get Overzealous back fairly quickly. Oh, nice, nice. Hex Ruin's gone. Alright, he's taking chase with Michaela, and they're both working their gens on the other side. Honestly, Jake should just let go and come in for the save, since Michaela is injured and being chased, but he might have dropped chase. I'm gonna go ahead and give her a heal. This is gonna be good for us. Let me heal you. I see you out. We'll make it, but you need a heal. Genetic limits. This is the one that I think makes you hindered. So let me cleanse this totem real fast, and then we can finish this gen. Ooh, glitching back, y'all. So bad ping. Alright, so we got Overzealous back. We can see a totem on the other side of the map. Hopefully. Yeah, like come here. Let's work this gen right here. This is perfect. Lets us test out how fast we can do this gen. Unfortunately, Michaela took a hit. She might very well go down. They're both on death hook. David got a little scared, missed his skill check. Kind of ruining our test here. He's ruining our test here because we lost, I think, 6%. We lost 6%. And of course, the knight's gonna come this way. Yes. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Value. We have bond. So we're done with the gens. We're gonna see if we can't find Michaela and give her a heal, the much needed heal that she needs. She needs a heal. Kayla. Girl. Get out. No. I tried. I really did. I mean, I'm glitching pretty badly. It's just unfortunate. I tried. I wanted to give her a heal. They kept missing skill checks, which caused problems. I don't actually know what Ironworker's tongs do. I guess it makes you a little blind. You know, you could argue that maybe being so focused on gens and not getting her a heal might have cost us, you know, a four-man win. Now we got two-man win because we just lost both of them. Alright, so the knight is actually coming to me. It doesn't look like David is working like the gens or anything. I don't know why I said working the gens. Working the gate. He's not opening a gate. He's not opening a gate. So we're gonna have to like take turns with this gate situation. Maybe he'll stay on that side and I can stay on this side. I don't know if he sees me. Alright, so now I'm injured. I took a hit from that thing. I probably pinged, because let me tell you, usually if you just run in a straight line, you never get hit. So now I'm injured. David is not, he is not coming in for this, to do the gate. We're gonna see if we can get a heal from him at a minimum. I'm about to cut him off because he's acting like he doesn't see me. He actually might not. It's a tricky situation because like he's just camping both the gens. They're both within eyesight, and he's got the guards. He's using his guards to just basically block both gates. I don't know if I keep saying gens. I apologize, but you know what I mean. The gates. He's blocking both gates. He's camping both gates. All you can really do is try and get like portions of it, like. Yes, I want him to chase David. While he's chasing David, I'm just going to do this gate.
Hurry up.
He's gonna come back. He's gonna come back. He's gonna come back. There's nothing I can do. You know. He's gonna camp it no matter what I do. He's just gonna camp it. Interesting game. I mean, I'd argue that I should have been able to break free right then and there. There's a certain sound, like a certain amount. I guess he was just on it, that he was able to prevent me from wiggling free, but okay, David Bot just gave out. He was mad. I would never DC at that point because I want my points, and honestly, I mean, it doesn't really matter if I escape. But I do think that that is really, like, tacky. I mean, to say the least. Like, to camp both the gates like that with your guards as knight. This is why people don't enjoy playing against him. It's just like, dude, you lost. Just accept it. We'll cut the gates open, man. But so, interesting. Oh, okay, healing action. Kind of like anti-gen build. I'm trying to think back to the game whether or not we got a lot of value. Undecided.